a recap of what occurred over at AEW Revolution between MJF and Cody Rhodes. We got the recap video showing Cody Rhodes being on the verge of victory and MJF begging for his life, getting hit twice with the crossroads, and then cheating to win by hitting Cody in the face with the diamond ring, the AEW Dynamite ring, and getting the 1-2-3 over Cody. Cody comes out, cuts a hell of a promo. The audience is going nuts for Cody. We love him. There's never been a fan reaction for Cody in his entire career than what he received at Colorado. He's received, yes, he's over the last couple of months, he's been a hell of a face. The fans love him. The fans, we cheer him. We want more of Cody. But the reaction he got when we came back from commercial break was beyond anyone's expectations. They were going nuts, and he hadn't even said a word yet. So Cody cuts a promo on how he's disappointed and he can't believe he lost to MJF, and he knows that deep down inside MJF knows he cheated to win. And one-on-one, if given the opportunity, MJF cannot beat Cody Rhodes if they do it again. So Cody is pissed off, and he doesn't want to broach the subject of what it means to personally lose to MJF, but he can tell you professionally what it means, and the only way he'd feel comfortable is if MJF comes out right now, looks him in the eye, and tells him that he beat him fair and square. Because Cody knows he didn't. Cody knows he cheated to win, and otherwise he had no chance in defeating him. Truth is, MJF doesn't give a damn whether he cheated or not. That is just MJF. MJF goes on to cut a promo about how he doesn't give a damn about whether or not he cheated or not to beat Cody Rhodes. At the end of the day, a victory is a victory, and on the scoreboard it's going to say 1-0 MJF, and the reality is, he defeated him. MJF goes on to say that he doesn't give a damn about who the AEW World Champion is. He wants a shot at the title. He deserves a shot at the title. Whether it be Jon Moxley or Chris Jericho, he's going to take that title. And he's going to do what it takes to become the number one contender and defeat who he has to defeat. And then he goes on to open his jacket saying it's so hot over here in Colorado. And underneath the jacket, he's wearing himself a I Pin Cody shirt. Which is freaking awesome, man. There's nothing worse than putting in someone's face that I pinned you, and there's no other way to be a bigger asshole than that, than to have a shirt that says I pinned Cody, to rub it in Cody's face, who's already livid at the fact that he did lose to MJF. So MJF cuts a phenomenal promo on how he wants a shot at the title. Maybe he may be a next potential challenger for Jon Moxley, depending on what happens with Chris Jericho later tonight. Or you know what? MJF is one of the fastest rising pro wrestlers, heels in the business today. So I wouldn't be surprised if MJF, before the end of the year, does get himself a world title shot. Whether he wins it or not is dependent on where the business is at that point. But in the future, MJF will make a hell of an AEW champion, or a hell of a champion in any organization he finds himself. He's got all the right charisma, and his in-ring ability is improving each and every single night that he steps into that ring. So while Cody Rhodes is cutting the promo, he demands MJF come out. Lo and behold, MJF does not come out, and we get a surprise appearance by Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake comes out. He's looking great. The last time I think we saw Jake was 2014 or 2013. We know all the rumors. Jake's had a hard time. He struggled with drinking problems. He struggled with drugs. He's struggled overall in his entire life with just maintaining and managing his health. So it was great to see. It was great to see Jake the Snake, Jake Roberts, looking great. He grabbed the mic and he cut himself a great promo that was emotional and unlike anything you would have seen had he appeared in another company. You felt it and you believed it, and it was truthful and it was honest and it was straight from the heart. Jake goes on to say that he's not here to spoil the party, but man, I am tired of hearing you cry and bitch and moan over one match. Jake has lost multiple matches in his career, and he has never come out and complained about one single loss. He's handled it like a man, and he's moved on, and each and every single night he did what he needed to kick ass and improve and get back that blemish from his record. Jake goes on to say, I'm not here to praise you. I'm not here to slay you. The only reason I'm here is because the dark side will be coming to AEW. And once our roots have taken hold, it'll be like a phoenix rising from the ashes. He explains to Cody that it's taken him 20 years to get clean, to get right, and by God, he's earned it. And truthfully, he has. He's worked his butt off by working with DDP, by going into the by taking the necessary steps to get clean. He's like he said, and he deserves it. You know what? He's taken the necessary steps to get himself clean, and he looks good. From all the reports, he has not taken a drop of alcohol. He's been keeping himself good, but at the same time, we've got to be aware of the fact that in pro wrestling, these things are going to happen. You're on the road constantly, and it leads to people drinking. But the AEW roster seems to be a much more healthy, specific, oriented group of people. So drinking outside from Hangman and Adam Page is character, or maybe real life. Doesn't seem like it's going to be one of those big things or big issues. So we got ourselves. So Jake's in there telling and explaining on how he's got himself clean, and he wants you to know that if you think for 1 minute he's going to come in here in AEW and he's going to play the nice boy and play right, my man, you've got another thing coming. I will be on the outside of the ring when my client faces you, and you can bring that one-trick pony Arn Anderson with you. He goes on to reference Caesar. You see, I'm not in AEW to take the whole pie, just your share, Cody. What a promo. Jake the Snake had issues with Dusty Rhodes back in the day, coming in and he's cutting a hell of a promo on Cody and letting him know, listen, buddy, I'm not here to take over AEW. I'm just here to kick you out and beat you down. And when my guy comes, he is going to show you just how good he is. Now, who's his guy? But before I get to who I think his guy is, he goes on to end the promo before he walks out, Jake. He goes on to end it by saying the lines of, a wise man once told me, you never turn your back on someone who you respect or who you are afraid of. And Jake goes on to proceed by turning away from Cody, giving him his back, and exiting the ring. And the audience just chewed it up. Because at that moment we knew he doesn't respect Cody. He is not afraid of Cody. He doesn't give a damn about Cody. Because he's got someone up his sleeve. And that guy, whoever it may be, by God, he is going to be huge. My prediction of who Jake's going to be managing, I think it may be Lance Archer. And I say that because Jake came out with a leather jacket. Now that is Jake's style with the leather, but so was Lance Archer. Lance has got this biker gimmick going for him. He's a demon. He rises. He's a monster. He's giant, and he can run roughshod. For those who haven't seen a Lance Archer match, he recently fought at Wrestle Kingdom Jon Moxley for the U.S. title in a death match. And he's very good in-ring competitor. His mic skills do need some work, so if him working with Jake Roberts would be the smartest thing for the business. So once again, this is just a prediction, like I said, with the Dark Order, where I believe it may be Luke Harper. I wouldn't be surprised if we got to see Lance Archer being Jake's guy, coming out with Jake. Hell, Luke Harper could also be Jake's guy. That is, if I were to make two predictions, or to say that who I'm 100% certain behind, I wouldn't be surprised if Luke Harper is not in the Dark Order, he's then with Jake, and if Luke is not with the Dark Order, we would say Lance Archer is going to be with the Dark Order. Truthfully, those are my predictions and what I think is going to be for the future of the business. Because Lance Archer to take on the likes of Cody Rhodes makes sense, because Lance, he was not one of those guys that the AEW approached initially. Cody didn't even speak with him, so he would be pissed, and he's pissed at Cody for not even reaching out and asking him to be a part. So why not just take his share of the pie and prove to the world that I'm the guy who deserves to dominate the AEW division.